The Tobay Beach In-Water Boat Show is back at beautiful Tobay Beach, October 4th through 6th. For all the details, visit nyboatshows.com. Long Island's only in-water boat show features new and used models that are priced to sell with exclusive boat show discounts. This show has it all. Children will enjoy free face painting, and on Saturday and Sunday, the first 100 kids will get a free life vest. Every day is free parking and free water service provided by Sea Tow Saturday and Sunday. Friday's Heroes Day with free admission for first responders and family. For all the details, visit nyboatshows.com.
Joining us now is General Keith Kellogg, former National Security Advisor during the Trump administration. General, boy, there are so many things. I want to get right to, first off, that President Trump says he has been briefed on real and specific threats from Iran to assassinate him. This is really scary stuff. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Rita, thanks for having me. Look, the threats are obviously nearly, they had 2 assassination attempts on them. And clearly there's a threat out there. This was an opportunity for President Biden just this last couple of days when he was up at the UN General Assembly there in New York City to pull aside, the Iranian President Pezeshkian, and say to him, look, bud, let's take a walk. Put his arm around his shoulder and say, you need to understand something. That if you threaten, and I don't care if your third cousin threatens to harm, kill, maul, maim an American politician of any type, then it is going to be a state of war between us and Iran. You got it.
He should have did it from the podium.
Yeah, that's Rudy Washington saying the president should be doing it from the podium and pounding his fist.
Right. Well, I'll tell you something.
That's
guys,
the second part. That's what he tells them that.
I'm having lunch
globally.
I'm having lunch with President Trump tomorrow in a small group, like 10 people, 13 people, and I will tell him that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would have done. I mean, look, the president's been very clear. That's what Biden should have done, but he didn't, because those threats are real. And any nation, and any American, I don't care if you're a local Coca-Cola salesman. If you're an American, you should stride the world fearless that you're going to be apprehended or anything happen to you. Trump did that. People forget that in the State of the Union address in 2020, he said, if you attack an American, your life is forfeit. He said that. And I challenged people today. I was at a conference, and I said, anybody know the name of Philip Walton? And nobody had said anything. I said, you need to go look that guy up. And this was a young man who was in Nigeria, or actually started in Niger, was apprehended by 7 bandits. And we sent, in the last year of the presidency for Trump, SEAL Team 6, one of our best counterterror units, all the way from Norfolk, Virginia, all the way across the Atlantic, into Africa, went into Nigeria, where they had moved him to from Niger, and we killed 6 of the bandits and brought Philip Walton home. He was a farmer, but the message was very clear. You harm an American, we are coming for you. Now, if you think now, just extend that. If you are talking about harming an American politician, then you are talking about a declaration of war, and we mean it, and we will come after you. And he should have told Pezeshkian that when they were at the UN General Assembly. He didn't do it. He should have.
General, just to make myself clear, I'm having lunch tomorrow with President Trump, because I just said President Trump, and I would suggest to him that he speaks out to President Biden and Vice President Harris, and have them both repeat that we're in unison and that they should say that.
Well, I agree. I would tell that would be my recommendation if somebody asked. And I was actually on Fox News this morning when I said that to him. I said, look, this is serious. I said, in our lifetime, not in our lifetime, but in the history of this nation, we've had 7 assassination attempts. 4 have been successful, 3 unsuccessful. And President Trump is the last of them on the unsuccessful attempts. This is serious stuff. And then for a foreign national or foreign nation to be indicating they may do this, as I said before, and I know I'm being repetitive, but that you end up with a declaration of war, and they need to know that.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, speaking of all these assassination attempts, General Kellogg, I don't know if you saw this. It's so damning. These are some of the new reports that are coming out about the Butler rally. And of course, President Trump, he said he's going to go back there October 5th. But this just came out that a quote, inexperienced Secret Service agent called tech support, an 800 hotline, because he was having trouble piloting the drone. And that was the reason the drone wasn't up. No eyes in the sky at that rally in Butler. That is incredible.
Yeah, Rita, when you look at the Secret Service engagement, first of all, you look at the close-in personal detail. Those are the guys in the suits to protect the president. They were magnificent. The close-in Secret Service, they did their job.
Absolutely.
They call them the personal protection detail. That's what they're called. But the others are generally brought in from outside, and that was a real failure of the U.S. Secret Service. And somebody should say, we need to look really hard at the training, but more importantly, what kind of assets did we deploy to support the President of the United States? And the real fault will be on the advanced team that the U.S. Secret Service was supposed to send out there, because they determined, the advanced team will, how far out the perimeter is. Is it 100 feet, 100 yards, 100 miles? And that's who makes the calls. And they didn't do a very good job with it. And then they're the ones that are supposed to do the coordination. Okay, everybody here's how it's going to be coordinated. Here's how the control center works. And again, so you have to divide that into two pieces. The close-in personal protection detail, the guys in the suits, the ladies and the guys in the suits, they did their job. It's everybody else who didn't do their job. And I think it's a real indictment on the U.S. Secret Service, and somebody needs to basically acknowledge it. And I know the director resigned, but boy, it needs to go a lot deeper than that, because these are the ones who not only protect the president, Rita, they protect the vice president, they protect the national security advisor, they protect other members of the administration. It's absolutely serious. They do it, and some of them right now are actually out there protecting people from Iranian threats on their lives, like former National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien. People like that. They have to do that and protect them well.
General, I spoke to Senator Johnson this morning, and we're gonna be playing a little bit tidbit of my conversation with him, and he's on the Homeland Security Committee, and cremating the body. I mean, I said, who gave permission for that? On the body of the Butler.
Yeah, this is Thomas Matthew Crooks in Butler, PA.
Yeah.
Yep.
And in addition, all the cell phones with all the messages of all the Secret Service has been wiped clean. Does this smell? I mean, you're a very smart guy, I can tell. Does this smell or does this not smell?
Well, there are clearly some issues within Secret Service that need to look at it. It used to be they were a preeminent training organization. They trained exceptionally well, but somebody needs to say, how are we selecting these people? And if you say this,
but
people
it's not the
say,
Secret
God,
Service.
I can't believe it.
It's
but
the leadership.
There should be an issue of diversity, equity, inclusion. What are we doing? Are we hiring the best people? Look, I don't care.
It's the leadership, General. Somebody pressed those buttons. It wasn't the regular rank and file of the Secret Service. Somebody up above, and it could be a political appointee.
Well, that's true. It shouldn't be at all. It should be some professionals that make that determination. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, General, thank you very much. Really appreciate your perspective. We always love having you on. Thank you.
Well, thanks for having me on. Sometimes it's hard to get me because I'm on the road all the time. So
well, you're a busy guy. They love you as much as we do.
You want to tell the American people the truth and what the heck is going on, and I thank you for that.
Thanks, sir.